Pattillo, and I graduated from Sul Ross in 2015 with a bachelor in communication. And I'm really grateful for the community and the support that Sul Ross provided me with. Initially, it never stuck out being living in West Texas and Alpine for the majority of my life. I was like, nope, not going to Sul Ross. But then life happened, and I became a single mom, and that was an option for me to go to Sul Ross. And it was a very good option at the time and has shown itself to be one of the best options that I have taken. I just think I really needed to have structure in my life, to have goals back into my life, and Sul Ross was there, and there was affordable daycare, the school was affordable. And then when I started, I sort of discovered that the communication program was really great, and it ended up being a really great environment in which I was able to apply to a school like Columbia and get into it. It's definitely because of the professors who spent a significant amount of time. Quite a few were pretty invested once I said that was my goal, in whatever support that they could provide me. They believed in that goal for me as much as I did. And even when I didn't believe in the goal for me, thanks to them, I managed to graduate and then moved within, I think, a few weeks after graduating to the city. Right now, we are in post-production for a documentary that I've been working on for the past 5 years. Hopefully it is released early next year. I've been independently, thanks to very generous funders, working on that along with just freelance journalism, any sort of stories I can pick up. It was very rewarding. It was 2 years. I did it part-time, so while I was freelancing, and at one point got a job full-time as a content editor. I was able to do a little bit of freelancing while part-time at Columbia. I made a lot of connections. I had professors who won Pulitzers. Communications felt like the right thing to pursue because it was an opportunity in which I could sort of delve into topics that I could investigate, examine with nuance, uncover the why, or why people do certain things, or how they so then I started realizing that journalism was probably more up my speed. I was able to do radio while at Sul Ross at Marfa Public Radio. I was able to intern there while I went to school, so that was the perfect balance of real life and what you're learning in the classroom. And interviewing people is fun and nerve-wracking and thrilling depending on who you're speaking to. Specifically for the documentary, it's survivors of abuse who have been incarcerated or are incarcerated for their acts of self-defense. So that experience is I don't want to keep using the word gratifying, but it gives me that opportunity to, I don't like saying give voice to, because they have their voice, but to sort of provide them with the platform to tell their stories. At Columbia, I obviously I couldn't ask my parents to watch my daughter, right? They live in Texas, they live in Alpine. At Sul Ross, that was easily accessible to me. I took her to the Sul Ross daycare, until she was a little older, and went to the Montessori there. That, in and of itself, to have that support as a single parent, I mean, that's invaluable. There were definitely people who doubted, but there were people who were younger who had reached out over social media and stuff like that, who were how did you get in, what did you do at Sul Ross? I was I just did the communication program. You can do exactly the thing I did, or something similar. I think it was great to have the community of people who were motivated by seeing that someone could pursue something as, I don't know. I don't think it's that crazy to pursue, after going to a place like Sul Ross, to pursue an Ivy League. I really don't. It grounded me. I mean, just the pure environment, the nature, what you're surrounded by, the mountains, that was all very calming and very grounding to me while I was there. They lived in the family housing, which was, a fantastic accommodation for me and my daughter. And, just having access to sort of unplugging and reconnecting with nature like that, while I'm in the middle of finals week was invaluable. Had I not gone to Sul Ross, I don't think that it would have been possible for me to pursue my master's at Columbia. The lack of community that I would have experienced had I gone elsewhere would have been incredibly challenging to sort of navigate. With the support of professors and even like students around me who believed in my goal, that was immense, and that they were excited and thrilled that I was gonna go for it.